By your command.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, everybody. I wasn't added to the stage. There we are. So I'm not sure if everything I said, I boomered there a little bit. My bad. I forgot to add myself to stage on the StreamYard. So here we are with the last two episodes. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I'm not sure that I went through. So this is it. This is the final two for the whole run of the HBO Spawn series. And I don't know what I'm going to do next. Maybe Transformers or the an old school classic, Casablanca. I haven't seen that in a while. It's so good. You know, everybody, I mean, I could play the usual stuff, Big Trouble, Flash. Although I haven't watched Flash in a while either. Or Big Trouble, to be honest with you. And we shall see how it goes. But I'm over on the Cosme side now. The link is pinned. Yep. The link is pinned to the chat. YouTube is up and rolling, even though I did boomer it there a little bit. We got somebody watching. Who is that? Oh, hey, FKHC 2005. We could do Debbie Does Dallas. I'll have to put a big X on the YouTube channel and then do age verification and all that. I do put a warning up even for the Spawn here because it's absolutely brutal, right? I don't know if I could get away with that one. Pushing my luck with this one, but it's still worse than any of the other movies people put on YouTube themselves. And you know, I wanted to make a comment about the Spawn series. A guy, I won't say who it is, but it's been like 12 years. He's got the whole run, I think, of season 1 and season 2 on YouTube. I think it was just season 1, to be honest with you. It got like some million some views, but I don't know how they didn't block it. If I try to do anything, I guess because it was so long ago, the algorithm didn't block it or whatever. But you know, you can't play anything, especially from the old DISNEY or Paramount Music. I had my Kung Fu movie that was loaded up and they said it was fine. I had to cut out a couple of minutes and then they said it's good, you can play it. And then like a week later, I was getting a lot of views on it. About a week later, they came back and said, "Oh, we had to stop the whole thing. We're not going to strike you, but you can't play it anymore." And I was like, "What in the hell, man?" You let me go for like a week and then I had to actually delete it. They wouldn't let me even keep it up or I was going to get the strike. So I don't know how. I guess years ago people could get away with it because they the algorithm or whatever wasn't catching up to it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this rolling. Hey, hail. FKHC 2005. You ready? The last two. Here we go. Yeah, it's on the can. I got to get a poster of this animated Spawn. A couple of posters of that. It just looks so good. Like the Batman animated series, the TOS with Kevin Conroy. That Batman look. Love that look. And that series too. The Critic. I never watched that. I'll be honest with you. I never saw that. You're talking about the cartoon show, right? Gotcha. I wish that Akira. I could have downloaded that. Um, I know you had wanted Akira, but I do have the Transformers movie. I think I still have it. Could do the whole show, if but I don't have it. It won't download. I have to buy it. I mean, the Transformers show you can get everywhere. Most people have it. Maybe Johnny Quest. If it won't, but it won't download. Yep, that's exactly correct. This is what it absolutely is. It's the same thing, isn't it? There's an anime show called Space Adventure Cobra. And the first episode, now spoiler alert, is just like Total Recall. Exactly. And I'm kind of wondering about the dates. I'm pretty sure Cobra came out before that, but I'd have to check. The original Total Recall, Schwarzenegger one, obviously. Right. That'd be a hell of a movie to play. I have the redo version. I wonder if that'll download. Right, the good version. Things are so bad in the movie business. That FF4 FKHC. I don't know if you're a fan, but it doesn't look good, man. That trailer does not. Galactus looks good. But maybe Keith David and Roddy Piper. I have They Live. That's a popular one. I've got so many good movies to see if they can download. That's great, dude. Yeah, I mean, Al is just murdering all these. Well, they're trying to kill him too, but that's yeah. So I guess situational being what it is. They just murdered that poor guy. Damn Forsberg been sitting in that prison all that time. Yep, it's a little bad. I don't think he's as bad as old boy. What's the guy with the face paint? Not Kane. I don't know his name. The big dude that he's the one that killed Al and he drove him insane. That dude went crazy. He's sitting in a jail, not even a jail, just a hole in the ground somewhere. I don't know if my mic wasn't on. I don't know if you could hear my comments or not. Maybe on the YouTube side. Okay, cool. Yeah, right. He kills him anyway. Excuse me. Guess who that is? The voice. The first guy. That's James Hong. It's David Lopan. I'm pretty sure that's David Lopan. Oh, I forgot about that. Sounds like him. I thought that was him. I know that voice anywhere, man. Oh, that's so cool. I forgot he was in it. Maybe we'll do Big Trouble next week. I don't know. Just trying to do different type of stuff like this. People haven't seen in a long time. Wanda. We need the clown today, man. We've only got 2 episodes left. Where's the clown at? Malboja. He's not a nice guy, is he? He's the sad man. You're right. That's right. He probably did knock her up. That would have been a great intro for season 4, right? Oh man, we could have wrote that. We should have been able to take over and do season 4 for him. How much do you think to sell us the rights? HBO, a couple million, if I had it, right? Yeah, yeah, and Macau too. Oh, it's Terry. I forgot about that too. I thought it's Terry Fitzgerald. But if Spawn finds out what he did to Terry here, I remember the last episode. I don't remember this one. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, he leaves him there. Oh, he put it on. What a dumbass. Oh, hum chum sabub, hum chum sabub, hum chum sabub, hum chum sabub. I remember one of my favorite parts of the whole movie. How terrifying was that in Indiana Jones? Hum bum chabub. Such a scary scene. Oh. I remember Jones told Short Round to not look. You remember that? He made him turn away. Oh, we could do Indiana Jones if I get that like that. Of course, dude. I would never play. Oh, you don't have to worry about me playing any more than the first three. The only three. So Spawn, I had to go back here just for a second. Spawn, I got confused. Who rescued Fitzgerald? Oh, is that Wanda? So I was a little confused because we were talking about Indiana Jones. Terry puts on the mask. Okay, so they told Wanda where Terry was. How did she find him? Oh, okay, there it is. She's looking around for him. Well, she got pretty lucky there, didn't she? Wow, what a nice backhand. I like that color of that cape, is what it is. The design is awesome, of course. It's just that red. It's so cool. Yeah. Ugh. That's right, buddy. It's not who you thought it was. Oh man, beat his ass. I've been waiting for this. She gonna go after him now? Look out, Spawn. Oh, she gave him a break again. Oh, she's got that dude in half. Spawn's hurt. What the hell? She made her move, man. She's going for it. Okay, so now I remember the last two. I remember most of the last episode. That was a good one, man. I really like that one. Let's see the credits here. I want to see the Robert Forster. There he is, James Hong. Oh man, the man. Yeah, and I say it every week, but without a doubt, this show. Let me get the other one set up while I'm talking. This show definitely had one of the best voice casting ever. I know there's millions of shows out there that have good ones, but this is one of the best ones. All right. Here we go. Last one. Kind of sad. Oh. Can always watch it again, right? That was Genghis Khan. Man, how much money could he made with that thing? It's just a skull, right? Oh, gee, excuse me. I didn't have time to mute. I'm sorry. Holy cow, dude. Where do you get this stuff? I saw something like that. Not this one over on X, but that's hilarious, man. I know, right? I mean, it's terrible to laugh at, but shit that happened to him like 30, 40 years ago, but still that's like the Star Wars ones with Aunt Beru and they're all burnt up. Have you seen those? You probably have a picture of it, man. Those are great. And Uncle was his name Ben? I can't remember. Uncle Ben and Baru Owen. Owen, okay. Yeah, the skeleton ones. They're so good. Oh man. I started this back over, watched the recap because I was laughing so much. Sorry. It's the last episode, so it's the last one, Llama. Last one in the whole series. Number 18. Yep, you need the last one. Yeah, there they are. Is that Dad Man? There they are. That's so funny, dude. All right. Hail to the llamas. Yeah, you got that right, dude. You got some abs. Uh-oh. A safe place. Get burned. Uh-oh. He's remembering now. Oh no. Well, it's not exactly human, is it? Could be Blade. Granny's not going to go for that because she doesn't understand what's going on. Definitely not going for that. I can't go for that. Oh no, no can do. What's going on? Oh, sorry for the karaoke. What's going on with Granny? Oh no. She needs the clapper. Gotta look at this piece of shit here. Get him, Sam. Yeah, you are, you piece of shit. When Sam finds out it was him. Oh, he does know. Ooh. Yep, grandma's the clown. Oh no, I hope not, dude. I don't remember that. But he just got word he's gonna be a daddy. He wasn't thinking that one through. Oh, he really messed up by not continuing this show. Uh-oh. It's fighting time. get some action in on this one. Oh, this is gonna get good, dude. When oh, come on, where's Sam? There he is. Ooh. Oh, he made it. Beat his ass, Sam. No, give him a few more whacks. Uh-oh. Boy. Yep. Oh, he did it. That's right. I kind of remember that he did, but there he is. Hey, Spawn. Damn. Damn, shot her in the back. The horror. The horror. Oh! Oh! You did it. I didn't remember. I thought that they fought, but I can't remember. Hello? Uh, oh, you were right. FKHC 2005. You were right. Dude, we should have wrote series 4. I mean, season 4. Oh, man, it would have been so good. No. Oh, well, that was nice of him. Well, there you go, folks. Ah, he did something nice for Granny there at the end. It was good to see. Sad to see it's over, but I don't know. I might download or watch the. Here, let me um, turn it off. Sad to go. Yeah, I got the whole child thing coming in. Man, that's a good angle they could have played. I like the music too, but I know there's some bonus material. I might take a look at that and just throw that on a different day or something. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm going to do next week. It'll be a surprise, I guess. And let me get back out of the Cosme part here. That was so good. It was awesome to see James Hong on there. I forgot that he was in. So that was a bonus. He did something really nice for Granny there. And but boy, they really messed up by not doing a just another season, especially that whole child angle where the Heaven Hunters said, "Hey, we'll be back for the kid," and you're like, "Oh, yeah." It just seems like such a waste, I don't know why these companies do it. Money, I guess maybe the actors wanted too much money, or they just didn't want to pay for it. It just doesn't make much sense. Yeah, Dad Man, hail to Dad Man again and FKHC 2005 for being here every show, I think. Pretty much every show. And Dad Man, you've popped in, and Buddy and a bunch of other people have popped in every now and then. But yeah, Dad Man, we could talk a little bit about how they just do these shows that it would have been such a great season. Again, the whole kid angle is pretty gruesome, considering he's a hellspawn and he knocked her up. He pulled the Excalibur on him, right? He changed into Terry, or then changed back into Al. No, yeah, it was Terry. Yeah, sorry. He changed into Al to do some other stuff for Granny. But the whole things they missed out on is the cape issues. So Dad Man, I don't know if you know this, but the whole cape, like he almost died in this episode, or the other one, when the one Jade saved him. And her angle being that she sees him as being that he can be saved, whatever. But they use a clock, a timer that started off with all nines, and every time he uses his cape, especially for like teleportation, changing himself in defense. So when he bleeds like that, it actually does hurt him, and it takes away his timer on his clock. I don't know if they were showing that at the beginning of the show. I must have just missed it every single week, but they would show it for just a second, and the clock goes down, right? Every episode. So I don't know, FKC, did you see that every week? I just didn't see it. I think the very first one had it with all nines. I think we saw it one other time. Probably just wasn't paying attention. But yeah, his cape is a whole story on its own. The cape and the chains are actually, kind of alive on their own accord. He can just tell them if he can think something, it'll do it for him. It's kind of an angle they didn't really explain. I think Calistro explained it on one of the episodes, but it's an angle that they could have played out as well. Yeah, the clock wasn't always there. I kind of noticed that a couple weeks ago, and that's something they should have been doing, especially when he used it like this week. When he got shot up like that, that clock should have been on there showing how far down it went from week to week, right? So I was a little disappointed in that, but as you guys know, I really, I was glad I picked this one, man. I really liked it, and I've shown you a couple of my Spawn figures, but this is my Sam and Twitch one, the black and white version. It is really, really detailed. As you can see right there. He's got Sam a couple cigarettes in his mouth. He doesn't have any donuts though. They needed some donuts. I don't know if they've got it in the back. He's supposed to have like a chair. Yeah, you can't see it, but yeah, there's a little. Yeah, it's in there. There's a little chair in there, but no box of donuts. That would have been kind of cool. And you guys have seen my other ones, my big ones. So anyway, I loved Keith David, as you guys well know really well. But I wish they would make stuff like this. I haven't seen anything like this in a while, or I just can't remember. I'm sure I just can't think of good things that I have seen, especially in the 90s and early 2000s. And I just don't remember a lot of that stuff. There was a lot of good stuff that did come out, especially animation, cartoons. We might do Cowboy Bebop. I just don't know. There's a lot of anime people, but Dadman, if you liked HBO, I think you'd love Cowboy Bebop. I know Mrs. Dadman has been doing JoJo's, but I had literally just watched the first season and half of the second season pretty much right when she started doing that. It's a weird show, but it's funny. It's great. They have all the names of rock bands, Led Zeppelin, Styx, and they even went into 90s with Lisa, Susie Q. They had a preacher there. His name was Styx. Ronnie James Dio. Dio is the bad guy. So JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's an odd show, but it's entertaining. I won't spoil alert. She did Cowboy Bebop. I might be doing a watch party. I don't know. Is she doing a watch party like this on Cosme? I don't know. I probably won't do it. Yeah. So, I mean, there's just a multitude of stuff to do, but Cowboy Bebop is probably my favorite. I like Space Adventure Cobra, but I don't want to do anything that a lot of people aren't too familiar with, or unless I think some people are going to watch it. Like, Tim's been here every week. Buddy came in. Dadman, you've popped in a few times. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know what we'll do next. So she's still doing JoJo, I know, right? I didn't know she was doing Cowboy Bebop, or did you mean to say JoJo? Because I won't do Cowboy Bebop if she's doing Cowboy Bebop. Well, first of all, I have to download it to my laptop. Tim knows that I've had issues with certain ones that can't. I've got an older little DVD burner. I don't really want to buy. I have to go to different stuff, but Cosme will link to like HBO Max and all that. I mean, it's got to be commercial free, right? I'm not playing anything on Cosme that has commercials off a TV stream, but Cosme will link, like, while I'm talking, I can go to Cosme here, and it's pretty cool because you're not violating any YouTube stuff. I won't say too much because I'm on it right now, but if I launch it, go to my room, and then when I click select media, I can actually do YouTube. But I don't want to do that because there's ads and stuff like that. There's Tubi that has ads. There's Netflix, which I won't buy. There's Disney, which I won't buy. But there's Max. And they have a lot of the Batman animated shows and stuff like that, which I was thinking about doing. So see, she's changed and started doing both. Well, the Bebop, like I said, it has to be able to download to my laptop, right, from the DVD. I've had different issues. Like, I've got Transformers movie. I've got Casablanca. I'm thinking about doing Casablanca next week because it's just one shot, right? Just one movie and you're done. Because I'm going to have to really think about any of the series. I have to be able to download it or be able to link it with Cosme. And the only one that I'm looking at here that would interest me that would not have commercials is Max. There is Prime Video, but Dad, do you guys know, like, I have to buy Prime Video and then I actually have to buy the episodes, right? Like Spawn. Like I could have done Spawn through Amazon Prime Video, linked it to Cosme, but then it looked like I had to buy each episode, which obviously not doing that. I've got the DVDs, right? So if I click on Max, I can launch Max, and then of course I have to be subscribed to it. But I might leave the Cowboy Bebop alone unless it downloads. I try not to do that kind of stuff to people, you know. Okay, Dad. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Prime Video is the one I'm kind of curious about. I don't want to buy Prime and then find out that I have to pay for each episode of a series that I already have on DVD. I was trying to have to not download stuff. You know what? You guys know what I mean, right? And like I downloaded legally off my DVDs onto my laptop because Cosme won't link. I can't get it to share. If I can get somehow Cosme to share my window, I'll try again, but I've tried it a couple times. I can play anything in my whole arsenal. But when it doesn't do that, I have to either buy it or, like I said, like for the 100th time, I have to be able to download it, the DVD, into my laptop and then play it, which is fine because then it's easy. All I got to do is click on it. But it was really a pain in the ass because I download the whole season. I got to burn it to the laptop, but it doesn't exactly tell me which episode is which. So then I got to go online or watch each episode and then play it on the video files and then match them up just to do these 6 episodes for each season. It doesn't take a lot of time once you figure out which episodes are what, right? Especially the last one, you know which one it is. So it's not a lot of work. It's just a pain. I could maybe look at Max. They've got a lot of the Batman stuff, and we all know that's pretty popular. But most people have like the animated series already, or they've already seen it. JoJo's is a good pick, because it's something people haven't probably watched in a while, or they've seen it, but they want to go back and revisit it. Cowboy Bebop, most people have seen it, but it's been around a while. So maybe we'll do just a couple movies. I'd like to get Akira. I think FKC, you recommended that, or somebody else recommended that, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a good one." But I'd have to get maybe if Cosme will do Crunchyroll, then I could do a whole animated night separate. Although I just tell you guys, I've been trying to work on some professional development for my own personal accord, because Dadman knows what's going on with me right now, and I've been trying to get serious about some of that stuff, so I won't be around too much. But these are short, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, maybe a long movie might be 2 hours, and it would give me a break. So I'm going to start treating YouTube as as I started, just for fun, right? If I wanted to be serious, I could have been doing 2-3 videos a week and been on other people's shows. So I'm not really been trying to, as it is, I'm already doing 4 out of the 7 days, and I'm watching 2 other people. So I'm literally, I'm literally on 6 days a week, either doing my own 2, watching on somebody else's channel 2 times a week, and then watching 2 to 3 other people. So it's kind of like, they do Crunchyroll. Now that's a game changer. If you ask your dad, man, or I'll try to pop in on the morning shows. Mornings are bad for me because I need to be doing something. I'm working on a side project, and which isn't going too well, and some other stuff I just started the other day, which I've been putting off for a long time. I said, Dad, man, you know what I'm talking about. So I hope to keep doing this at least on Wednesdays, because the comic book thing ends in 3 more issues. And JT and I had an idea of a Star Trek thing, but we shall see about that one. Okay, I don't know if I'm on her X. I am with you, but I don't have her X. I don't think. I probably do. I'll check it. But if Cosme does Crunchyroll, I might do a separate night that doesn't overlap other people and pick something completely separate. Maybe like Space Adventure Cobra or One Punch Man, which a lot of people are kind of iffy about that one. But Space Adventure Cobra is a really good action film. And I had mentioned earlier that the first episode of that is exactly the premise of Total Recall, the whole movie. And it'd be interesting to talk, show the episode like I would do 2 episodes, but those might be like 45-minute episodes. We could still do 2 a night. That's fine. And then have discussion afterward, right? That's what I like doing, because the problem with YouTube is if you just play the Cosme and then you don't talk about anything afterward, there's nobody to do the rewatch. There's no reason for anybody to really watch on a rewatch, because Gundam, oh my gosh, yeah. If you want Gundam, you know where to go, right? It's Ironcaster on Monday nights. I will push him. That's the one of the other shows. He only talks for about an hour, a little over an hour each Monday. And he'll do some anime. He'll do Gundam, which is anime, right? But he just did like a whole show on Gundam Mobile Wing, Gundam X the other day. And I remember that stuff, but I remember Robotech. I don't remember Macros that much. And I remember watching Robotech, but not a lot of it. It's available. A lot of this stuff is available on Tubi, but you got commercials. And Tubi, I like that they offer a lot of stuff, but every now and then, if you try to watch a new movie, what they do with their ads is there's like 1 or 2 ads, no big deal. Then the next time it's like 2 or 3 ads. Then the next time it's 4 or 5 ads. And then one time they had a break. It was like 7 ads. I'm like, I'm out. I'm not watching this movie that I've seen before. I'm gone. It's just a waste of time trying to watch a movie like that. You just get the physical media. But I was thinking, if you guys are still here, maybe Johnny Quest. I think I wrote that down. The original animated show. It was only a couple seasons. You do 2 episodes a night. Wouldn't take too long. I don't think anybody's done that in a long time, and it's very popular. So, and Cheech and Chong movies, those are always great, right? There's only a couple of them that are really good. They Live, the Indiana Jones, but a lot of people have seen that. They Live is one with Roddy Piper and Keith David. So anyway, didn't really have much of Monty Python. I've got the Holy Grail. That's a good one. I don't have Life of Brian, which is excellent. By the way, some people like it better than Holy Grail. Actually, a lot of people do, from what I understand. I'm just getting kind of tired of seeing everybody talk about these movies because of this new shit coming out. Although I'm getting on the bandwagon with trashing this stuff. I went off on it about it with JT just last night. These companies suck. That Fantastic Four trailer is terrible. And you guys know me pretty well. I don't usually talk about that stuff on my channels. There, every now and then I'll chime in, especially on Mark's channel, because that's what it is. It's geekery. And we always love Holy Grail. 'Tis a flesh wound. I'll be all right. Run away. I thumb my nose in your general direction. And yeah, Dad, man. So there's just so many channels that's their whole thing, right? They built their livelihoods. They've made millions. Nerdrotic, I remember 4 years ago when he was still living in San Francisco before he just exploded. Comics Division, Nick Weiser, Outlaw Bill when he was called Jedi Bill. But he doesn't do that kind of stuff. He plays old movies. They're great too. When Son of a Red Shirt was around, RIP to him. That was a great dude. So those are the fun things I like doing just every now and then. If I wanted to build a channel about trash and Disney and all those people, I'd just do it and it'd be so easy. We talk about streaming over other people. That's so many people that we know that already do that kind of thing. But I told JT Kirk last night, it's like it's the gift that keeps on giving. These companies, they just don't stop with this stuff. And yeah, the Galactus shadow over the city looked good. Yeah, Dad, man, I'm like, I'm just trying to have fun with stuff. Like tonight, we only had a couple people watching, and it's great. If I had 1,000 people watching, that'd be great too. And then we could have discussions where you watch the movie, or you watch 2 episodes, and then you talk about it. That way, you get viewers who can rewatch. They don't see the Cosby part, and then you just put a thing on there saying, "Fast forward until discussion starts at such and such a time." Hey, Mrs. Ask her if Cosby links to Crunchyroll directly, because that is a massive game changer for me, especially with anime. Because I see HBO Max, and there's a lot of the old DC movies. Because if you guys remember, DC had this show called the DC Universe. I think it was called DC Universe, and it was pretty good. They had talk shows. They had hey, Mrs. Statman, and they had all kinds of different things, and it just didn't last. I guess it just wasn't very popular. You use Crunchyroll and screen share. So okay. I was having problems with screen share linked to my old DVD burner. And as I was telling Dad, man, other people here, they know me well, especially Tim, that I have problems downloading some, especially Blu-ray. I might have to invest in a different burner, but that doesn't guarantee it's going to work. So I just wind up buying another DVD burner, plug it in, and it doesn't download. So I'm kind of scared to do that because it's just a waste, because then I'd have 2 DVD players and with nothing and one of them not being able to use it. So yeah, if you play Crunchyroll and screen share, that's fantastic. And if you're doing JoJo's like that, that's fantastic. You know, that's awesome. I like Dio. Dio's such a mean dude. And Led Zeppelin and all those from JoJo's. I was telling Dad, man, before you got here, you know, Susie Q is in there. Some of the 90s dance music. Lisa. That was hilarious. That's in season 2. I've got my issues with some of what JoJo's does, but that's not for here to talk about. We're not talking about JoJo. Okay, you do the Crunchyroll through Cowboy Bebop. So I have the DVDs. I could download it, but I don't know if they work. But you're already doing Cowboy Bebop, so yeah. And it's sad to see this Spawn series go, because they had such a great setup. Pretty brutal setup with Wanda get knocked up by Spawn, and a bunch of other things going on that they could have moved on to. But with that being said, I think that anybody in the chat have anything they want to talk? I'll talk about Fantastic Four trailer. It's terrible. I don't care. I'll say my piece on it. I'm not going to go. I thought about seeing it. I told JT I might see it. I told Mark I might go see it because of the retro thing. I like that in the past. Kind of cool. I mean, I know X-Men did it, but hey, that's okay. You know, it's fine. That's been a while. So they just I don't understand, guys, how people sit in these boardrooms. And I bring this up every now and then, actually a lot, when I go on ranting about these corporations. There's got to be people sitting around who make these executive decisions and say, this is terrible. You know, but then somebody in the boardroom goes, well, but we already spent $150 million on doing it. And then you say, okay, well, you're fired because you went too far without. I know in the movie business they have what's called dailies, and they do different things, and they bring it to the production crews. They bring it to the executive directors, and however that works these days, however the company has it set up. And then they make decisions. That's why they have all these freaking reshoots, because they go back and say, this is terrible, or we don't like it. So there are people that do that, especially when you see movies that have reshoots. But then they still come out with a trailer. It's just the total design. Remember Sonic? Sonic is the prime example that everybody brings up. I even bring it up. I didn't even see. I saw part of it the other day because it's on Tubi or something like that, or Roku channel. Yeah, Idea Police Squad in color. Right. Naked Gun. That sounds great. I love that. So, the shoe phone, right? The guy, you remember the shoe phone? No, I'm sorry, not Gaten. I'm thinking of Get Smart, Dad, man. My bad. I was thinking about Get Smart. Yeah, Mrs. Dad. And it's so you put out a trailer, and then I think it was RRTNZ was just ripping into him, deservedly so. And he said he was having battles over this because somebody was saying, "Oh, go read a comic." And I'm like, "Do you know who you're talking to?" He's talking to RRTNZ and or D-Bud and Buddy Hepburn and all them. And T gave me a compliment saying I'm a comic, really in comics. I was like, "Have you seen your chat is got a knowledge of comic books that's out of this world." And RIP to Clobberin Times, Mike. We all know how knowledgeable he is. And Nick Weiser. And when they all say the same thing, even when they're trying to be nice, it's a problem. And these people and these companies, they just don't care. Because my angle lately has been that, hey, buddy, sorry you missed it. We're just kind of ranting on how this could have had a season 4 here with Spawn. It would have been awesome if they had kept going. It would have been fantastic. And that I'm not going to go see FF4 now. JT said he's not going to go see it now. I'm pretty sure Mark will, because he's just going to have to, because he's such a Fantastic Four fan. And I expect him to. I want him to, for himself. I won't tell anybody to not go see it. But I just wonder if everybody, you don't want to use the word boycott, right? It's just a bad word. But I just wonder if everybody would just pick one movie. And I brought this up on my show last night, that all these guys had millions of viewers. If they got together and said, okay, we're just going to pick one movie, and we want to, you can go see it next week or the week after. It's going to be playing for 2 or 3 weeks, right? So you could go see it later, but don't see it for the first couple of weeks as a protest. I don't even like you. I mean, but what else are we going to do? They keep making these movies and they get worse. Fantastic Four is going to make some money. If Tom was here, he could give a better. He's really good about knowing how much these movies are going to make. He's usually spot on for the most part, because they crush it on the first weekend or two, right? And then they just fall off. Because if you took a lot of the streamers that have millions of viewers, you could take 2 or 3 of the guys who do all of these types of shows. And it was brought up last night that one of them has over 2.5 million viewers. Just one of those guys. If you had 2 or 3, and you're talking 5 to 6 million viewers combined, right? And I forgot who did the math for me. We're talking about prices. Some people go to matinees and stuff like that because it's cheaper and it's not as busy. I like going to the matinees myself, but some people like that opening night experience, and they spend that money. And if you told your people, we're going to pick this one movie and we're not going to go see it just this one time, we'll do one person from each show to talk about it. That's it. One. I wonder if people would be willing to do that. I just don't think they are, because the only way you get these companies to change, and we all know it, the bottom line is cash. That's it. If you think that the way Rachel Ziegler acted didn't have an impact on Snow White, you're insane. It absolutely did. The only way they made any money is people with younger kids who wanted to go see it because it's Snow White, and I wouldn't be mad at anybody who did that, especially with young daughters or something like that, and they want to go see Snow White. I want to go see Snow White. Okay, and then you do it. You be a good parent and you take your kid to go see it. Other than that, how in the hell did that make any money at all? If I did the new, let's see. Oh, I forgot I can actually show your guys messages. Sorry, guys, I forgot. And then I can highlight these. Normally I would do that when I'm talking, but I didn't think about it because I was kind of ranting. Right from the end on like X-Men 97. Yeah, buddy. And then, and I'm not a big X-Men fan, but I know what you're talking about. I get what you're saying. I know Nick does a Toxic Tuesday for movies. Anime, you could do a toxic anime because there's a show called City Hunter. He's a toxic character, dude. But it's a great show. Let's see what you got. If you did the new FF film as a watch party, get a few people in a riff away. God, yeah. Dude, yeah. I mean, we get like you'd have to have some comic book people on there. So you'd have what? You, Buddy, Nick, Phantom, Outsider, Mark, me, and Dad Man. You would absolutely destroy that as a riff tracks, right? Not to steal them away, but yeah, you could do that. Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner. You're cracking me up, dude. Sorry, my voice is a little rough, but hey, maybe they should have used my voice for Ben Grimm. I think it'd probably be better. I can talk like that. I don't know. I could do my Venom voice. I'm Venom. But that would be Venom, not Ben Grimm. Yeah, and Mrs. Dadman made that comment because he's talentless hacks. And we all know, I guess I'll just say it, 15, 20 years, it's agenda-based driven. It's just the same old bullshit. And I know I don't make a lot of fans happy when I say the second BSG was good, was great at times. The drama, the politics. I'm an Edward James Olmos fan. I've watched him since Miami Vice, a bunch of his movies, a few of his movies. He was good, but if you know me, I'm a BSG fan. The comics, we did that, JT and I, and it's just swapping out Starbuck. And then they swapped out the other characters too. It's like you can't swap out Starbuck. I know it's not a popular one because the show was good, but he was the card playing, cigar smoking dude. And yes, she was good at it. She was great at it, but and because now people are saying, oh, look at Silver Surfer. Yeah, she was Silver Surfer for like what, one comic or one series of just one Planet X something, Earth X something. Well, RTNZ would be here. He would know. Buddy, Yes, and Hail to Clobber in times because he would definitely be on that panel. You know that. Clobbery, Mark, Nick, myself, D-Bud, a few other people. You could just have a rotation of people coming in and out and riffing the shit out of these shows. That's not a bad idea, to be honest with you. Yeah, Superman in 2033. I wonder if somebody's going to buy the rights to that, though. I don't know how much. I don't know how you do that. Because there's always somebody else who owns it. Obviously, it's DC, but I don't know who owns the actual public domain. Because Mrs. Dadman, do you guys know that I think it's actually Netflix owns the rights to Cowboy Bebop? And I did not watch that live action show because it looked terrible. The outfits look terrible. It's on Netflix. I don't have Netflix for reasons. But again, that's another actress who went out, talked tons and tons of trash. I remember everybody pointing it out. She said those things. They were just pointing it out. And then Faye Valentine, if you guys know who I'm talking about, her outfit is very, very skimpy. But some of the shorts she wore weren't that bad. It's the top, right? And she wasn't skimpy all the time. She just had a sort of, Daisy Duke wear them Daisy Dukes, right? Ain't nobody care. I didn't. I can tell you that. Those are awesome. But she was trashing the oh, she shouldn't be dressing like that. And then they showed her that she played some 2-bit crappy role wearing even a skimpier outfit. The same lady that was trashing people for talking about that she should be wearing the same type of outfits that are in the damn show. And then she went out and trashing it. Oh, Dad, man, you had a great. Everybody has so many great comments. I can't keep up. Yeah, it was good overall. Yeah, when Superman gets in, that's going to be crazy. So Buddy says she was in Earth X, like 10 pages. Yeah, I don't know a lot of FF4 guys, so I don't claim when I don't know something, I just come out and tell you. I don't try to be like a poser. Because why would I? Because then I don't know what I'm talking about. It'd be obvious, right? Mark brought it up a couple weeks. I missed the geekery this week and haven't watched the replay. I don't know if it was brought up. Batman comes out in 2035, and holy crap, dude, that's going to be wow. I think somebody's going to buy the rights to these and then not let it go public domain. I don't know why you do it, but I guess. But like, I wonder how much Netflix would sell Cowboy Bebop for. Because if I had Elon Musk money, I'd buy that shit. Now, they did come up with Lazarus. Has anybody seen Lazarus? I started watching part of it. Lazarus was made by Cowboy Bebop director. And I'm not quite sure. I'll have to go back and watch it again. I was kind of distracted trying to watch it. That's on me. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it or not, but hey, that's okay. I'm going to try it and see. I have to go with Ironcaster on this and see if he's seen it or if any of you guys have seen it. So on Adult Swim, the director for Cowboy Bebop has a new series out called Lazarus. And I know at least episode 1 is out and available. And it was free. Let's see. DC is doing kind of the same thing. They're using a lot of Brave and the Bold. Ooh, Brave and the Bold stuff. Their new canon universe. What is that? What does that mean, buddy? Because Brave and the Bold, the animated series, is a great series. And I heard I was on Nick Weiser's show, somebody had asked, what's a good way to get into the comics? And Nick and then told him, go to this one, go to this one. I was like, well, if you don't know a lot of the characters in the Batman universe, watch. Well, there is a Brave and a Bold comic series, but good luck trying to get the originals. That's going to cost you a lot. I would love to have that. Wow, that would be awesome. But if you watch the animated series Brave and the Bold, it introduces you to just tons and tons of characters. And Superman as well. DC Presents. Superman will do the same thing. But Brave and the Bold, I've got that series. I've got the whole series. Maybe we'll do Brave and the Bold. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me write that down. Add it to the list. Batman, Brave and the Bold. Because if you do 2 episodes a night, it won't last too long. Maybe we could do like a cartoon series on one night and a human series on another night, just to keep it balanced, right? What's that? Which one, Tim? You can't do which one? I'm not sure which one you mean there. So anyway, I guess I'll get on out of here. I just ranting and raving and hanging out for a few minutes and talking. Dadman, are you doing Fortnite? I think you do starting your Fortnite or something at 10:30. Dude, that was like an hour and 10 minutes ago. Sorry, dude. Buying them to keep them out. Yeah, I don't know if the license himself though, but let's say I don't know who could afford it. I mean, you'd have to have Elon money to sit there and say, I'm going to buy the Batman franchise. But if I guess DC still owns the copyright. Oh, okay, Dadman, you're still with us. Okay. Yeah, Dadman, what do you think? If you had that kind of money, and you bought the rights to it, then you'd be the one that have to tell people they can't use it, right? Yeah, buddy, the Brave and the Bold is great. I like Brave and the Bold because that it has that extra episode in the beginning, right? It has a short episode, and then it plays the regular episode. And I love that theme music. Dun, 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 dun. It's a great opening, right? Maybe we should do a show on all who has the great openings, but then on here you can't play them because you'll get copy strike. Yeah, you'd have to Cosme it while you're doing it, right? And then people can't watch the replay because it's on Cosme. Well, if I had Elon money, we'd buy. I better not say that here. The GOOLGLE. That's too much money because who owns the YOU2UBE is GOOGLE, right? So if you own, there's always these parent companies. Have you guys noticed this? There's always somebody else owns somebody else. And if you think these people have money, wait till you find out how much money people have who owns them, right? Yeah, Gentleman Ghost is great, dude. Yeah, I thought that got brought up a couple weeks ago about, hey Dave, what duos or what character would you like to see have a one off? And I wanted something very obscure, so it took me a while to think about it, like a Dead Man and Gentleman Ghost, right? Although Dead Man's kind of a good guy, and Gentleman Ghost is a bad guy, right? Yeah, I believe Blue Beetle, the Brave and the Bold. Brave and the Bold is kind of working its way up the list here for us, a different night. Because I still think I want to play Casablanca. When was the last time you guys watched Casablanca? Just to have something different, like a regular movie. And there's just so many movies you can pick from, thousands. We don't have enough time in all our lives to play all the stuff we have. So you got to try to pick something you really want to see. I remember I went internet free back in the day. It was a long time ago, but I went internet free, cable free, and I just used my cell phone to do certain things on the internet searches and stuff until I went back to school. And then I had to have cable and research and, for research. But as far as, I had to have internet, but as far as cable back in the day, I went almost a year without it because I just watched, and anytime I wanted to watch something, I just put something on. That's when I was really, really busy. Didn't have much time anyway. So, but I have all the time in the world, right, Dad, man? No excuses for me. Maybe I'll go on X and just post a picture of something from the 80s, 20 times a day. Maybe get like 1,000 views. I thought about it the other day, but people are already doing that stuff. So, yeah, the original Blue Beetle, right? Is that Jaime Reyes or the help me out, buddy? What's the original Kurt Ward? Is it? Oh, damn it, buddy! Everybody, help me out. Who's the original Beetle? God, I almost got his name out. The 1880s. Yeah. All right, Dad, man. Plug your show, dude. You're a wrench. Throw it in there real quick. Were you not feeling well? Like, you're all right? You hurt your back or something? I hope you're okay, man. Thank you for the compliment. Appreciate it. Throw a link in there real quick for yourself. You can always do that. You don't need my permission, man. You're a wrench. So, and Buddy and Tim, if you guys want to be wrenches, just let me know. I got no problem with it. I know you do it for other people. I don't usually ask. My show's not that big, but I appreciate you guys always coming in. Anytime you want. Ted Cord. That's right. Cord. I knew it was a K. That's the old school guy. No, Dad, man, I don't, dude. If I've known you for a while and you're a wrench and we get along, I don't ever have a problem plugging your channel. Just throw it in there. I was going to do it anyway. I just don't want to, because you were leaving real quick. I thought maybe it'd just be quicker if you just did it. I don't have it lined up like Mark. He has a list. He just bang bang. JT's really quick with that stuff too. So anyway, yeah. Too bad there's not another season of this. We could have played a couple more episodes tonight, but I like kind of talking and hanging out. Got 6 people watching now, almost more than we did during the show. Yeah, there you go. So I guess I will just end it at that because I wasn't really prepared. Unless there's something you guys want to talk about in the chat that's been bugging you, entertainment wise, movie wise, anything that I can help out with. Like I said, I kind of have no problems trashing this stuff anymore. I usually try not to do it because everybody else did it. But if you want to be, buddy, I'm just going to go ahead and make you guys wrenches if you want. If Phantom, if he popped in, I'll do it. If not, just tell me no real quick. It's okay or whatever. Or if you don't say no, I'm just going to do it. Right. Because you guys are always around. I just don't do a lot of shows. So, I can't do that on StreamYard. Crap. I almost hit the wrong button there. I almost kicked you. My bad. Let me do it over here. There we go on the YouTube side. I know I got to go in and do the managing or standard. I'll just make you standard, I guess. I don't know much about the managing one, what they do. Tim, I'll make you one as well. Because I needed you the other day. I didn't even realize we had a bot in that chat. I mean, that one bot turned out to be okay, but there was another bot a while ago that we definitely had to kick out. Remember that one? Add as monitor. I'll do standard, I guess. And then if we need to change it later, we can always change it. Yeah, if Fanty comes around. There you go, guys. Oh, no problem, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Like I said, it's not like we have a million people coming in, but damn, if a bot didn't pop in on my Cosme and FKC 2005 caught it. And dude, I don't know how you saw it before I even saw it. You're like, there's a bot in the stream before it even popped up on my StreamYard side. So I don't know how you saw it that quick, but damn, you're pretty good. Anyway, well, I'll let you guys get to standard. Can add them in the live chat. The upper tier can moderate the normal moderators too. Okay, wow, it's you police and the police. What's that from Batman? Hey man, I've got a whole list of stuff to move on to. Might have to do a separate night and just do like animated or cartoon night. And then regular human people type stuff night. That way you can mix it up and people can come in. I think I'll change the title to maybe watch on Cosme, but stick around for discussion if you want, right? And then do a timestamp because there's no point in talking about it and then watching it. Because, Dad Man, I know you left. Everybody here, I had done the Ice Pirate. Dad Man liked it. And I was so happy that he liked it because I didn't think he would. I wasn't sure. I didn't think he would. I wasn't sure. 50-50, right? And as we all know, I'd mentioned in the past, Hungry Boy, I haven't heard from him in a long time. I hope he's okay. But we did a great show, Cosme. And then we talked for like 2 hours. And it bled over from my other laptop. And YouTube nuked the whole thing. I had to delete the whole thing. So we might do a revisit of Ice Pirates because it's been 6-7 months, or at least 4 or 5 months. And it was very popular, but I want to do that one like with Mark, like a regular show so people can see it. But I'm like, screw it. I'll just do Cosme and then we'll talk about it afterward. Right. And then I'll try to promote it. So I think we'll do Ice Pirates again as a special night. And maybe we can get Mark or something to help out with it and then play it. We can watch it and then play it. I don't know. Let's see. When I mod, I give people a chance. Where'd it go? Yeah. And you guys know what to delete immediately. Like somebody came on, it was Nick, and they started dropping they try to be slick and spell out something. They started off with the letter N, right? And then went to the next one. Oh, you love Ice Pirates? So anybody does anything like that for me immediately, you don't need my permission. Mark's the same way. Somebody came on his channel, was just banned. Now we all know there's a few people that come around and they talk a lot of shit. And we've known them for a long time. It's a few people, not just one or two, a couple. And we tolerate it for a while. And you can always, and I think as a moderator, can you private chat? Are you allowed to private chat? I think you still have to be on StreamYard. I don't know if you can. Yes, it is, Dad Man. One of the best characters in cinematic history. I'll spoil. I don't want to spoil alert, but everybody can read it. Yeah, that's the one, dude. And remember, YouTube nuked my whole thing, and I forgot to. Karate robots, and also the when they put them on the castration thing, right? That was it's so tight. It's such a great toxic movie. Maybe I get Nick to do it, but he's got a lineup. He's probably full for the next 6 months of movies he's got lined up. Which part? The space herpes one? That's an actual character, everybody. Buddy knows it. You guys have probably seen it. So Buddy's seen it, right? Yeah, I sent him a couple messages and I haven't heard from him, so not good, but my thoughts go out to him as well. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we'll do Ice Pirates again. We'll see. We'll see, because I'm looking at a couple of these and might need 2 different nights now. And I could pull that off because it'd take a break from what I'm working on now. So anyway, well, let's wrap this up, and let me thank everybody for being here. That man, FKHC 2005, you stuck with me the whole time. Buddy's been around a lot. And a couple other people might have stopped. Mrs. Datman, yes, you stopped in, and somebody else stopped in earlier. I can't go back that far because we chatted a lot. But thank you so much again, Buddy, FKHC 2005, Dadman, Mrs. Dadman, and everybody else. It was a great show. Great show. I'm glad I did it. I missed it. Keith David was awesome. And with that being said, I think I'll say goodnight and see you guys all on the flip side.